Hey, it's John and Kendall, Dad's Vintage
I'm
Garage.
gonna go ride that.
What? No, because it's quiet. Let's not do it now. We just got a
No, I'm doing
treadmill, and Kendall's like thinks it's a new tool, a new toy, and I told her it was a tool for exercising. Kendall, please, it's gonna be too noisy.
No,
So anyway, we were just over at Anthony's Pittsburgh's channel, and they had been on a long couple-hour live, and I was able to pop in for the last minute. And everybody else was every day I'm hustling, and Tommy, Bargain Effect, was there.
Dad,
and everybody had family time. I've got Kendall and Brady here, and so we're just hanging out. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Dad, if it's too noisy, you can tell me.
It's too noisy. I'm telling you right now.
Dad.
Please.
What about on level 2?
What?
It's not noisy. Dad, I'm gonna try level 2 and see if it is.
So anyway, so we were I'm just grabbing some stuff to list. I'm opening up the other chat here. Get that off here. See if anybody's in the chat. So Michelle, it's just you and me now, which is fine. So, Michelle, has your week been a little better this week? Hopefully. I ran into another friend, one of my old roommates. We went out to eat lunch and ran into one of my old buddies from church, and he or they ended up getting separated, I guess, and she was looking for a new place to live with cats and all that. Since I've kind of gotten out of the rental property, taking care of rental properties and all that, I didn't have a place for her. But anyway, I ended up giving her a big hug, and she did find a place to do. So, oh, yeah, here we go. And if anybody, hey, Chris, how are you out on the West Coast? Or you're not West Coast. I think you're Las Vegas area, aren't you now? Old School Picker, what's up, man? Welcome. I think it's the first time you've ever been in one of our chats. So, and Myra, welcome. I do. Hey, you talk about the hoot hoot stuff. I've got your box, and then I've got that owl that's in the staging unit. I was hoping I'd find something else to kind of put in there. I actually had a dream the other night that I was out sourcing, and I came across this like set of 5 plaster owls, and they were all like painted Jamaican crazy. And I said, oh my gosh, I got this new owl for Myra to send down to Florida. And then I woke up and realized that it was just a dream. So we'll figure out what's up. So Kendall has worn her dolphin necklace. Where's your dolphin necklace now, Kendall? Upstairs. So she actually is taking great care of it, and she loves her dolphin necklace. So hoot hoot hoot, cool. All right, let me see here. I'm going to do put a copy my chat here. Still learning. Let's see.
You're not still learning.
Yeah, I am a little bit. So that's anybody that wants to pop in. So, hey, Old School, have you ever popped into a chat? You're welcome to. I'm a caveman when it comes to internet and technology and all that. So if I can learn it, anybody can. I'm just just kind of getting started. Kendall, please. So Tiffany with Eat Sleep Amazon, Michelle Latham, Hip Flippin' Mama, and Tracy Uniquely Me, they all kind of helped me originally, and kind of get figured out on how to, just a little tweaking on what I was doing and all that. And I'm not perfect, but at least I know how to go live now. And I was just figuring out tonight. I had my Internet Explorer and then Chrome, I guess, and the Chrome account was my mom's YouTube account. And I tried to get that out because it's confusing if I pop in somebody else's chat with my mom's account, which is Vintage Garage, and then I guess my YouTube one is Dad's Vintage Garage. So, and I've been having a tough time with that. My mom, she's just kind of declined a little bit with her Alzheimer's dementia, and it is just really, honestly, tough to want to go in there and visit and just see her. And I'm not trying to be mean; it's just really tough. So, to remember how she was, I found some art projects that she had done with us, and she's an awesome mom. dementia mom sucks, basically. You know, dementia is just a terrible disease. And I'll probably always talk. I'll always talk about just, and we're not the only family dealing with it. And I hope you guys don't get tired of me talking about my mom, but she was a great mom. She still is a great mom in a shell, I guess, but it's dementia mom now. It's just not the same. And it's just like, it's tough because you just kind of want her to be at peace, and it's a confusing disease, really. It's like she's in a mental prison with no hope of parole, if you know what I mean. So, all right. So the update. Let's see. What's the latest update? I drove by and took a look at my old storage unit that I've had for about 4 years, which means I've paid $4,000 in storage fees, and I'm going to be out. I've got, let's see, today's the 18th, so we got 19th, 20th. It gives me about 10 days to give them notice to be out by the end of the month. And I got to look at, like, do I pay another $100, or is the junk that's in there worth $100, and do I just donate it and get it out? I'm talking about maybe doing another flea market, but I might just end up donating it or hauling it to the dump. I never understood but when you get to a certain point, the stuff's just got to go. I did end up moving a little bit of stuff into the staging unit today.
We moved home.
Which is the staging unit is basically, I'm not calling it a storage unit because I basically staging stuff to move. I don't ever want to just be storing stuff. But I did move some of my, if you want to call it prepper food, but canned food that's basically Best Buy 2044 freeze-dried food, just in case if ever need it for my family. Now, the oxymoron is I don't necessarily, I was thinking about it today, I don't have easy access to it because I'm in a storage facility. I guess if it got bad, I'd just break down and bust through the glass and go in and get my stuff. But somebody else, if it got to that point, somebody else probably get it too. Yes, Kendall.
Can you make a little pizza?
Well, maybe. Figure. Can you go out to the garage and get some carbonated water in the refrigerator for me? Get these 2 cans, one for me to drink and one to put in the refrigerator. You're an awesome daughter. Give me a bump. You don't have to go right away, but in the next couple minutes would be great.
Next hour.
Next hour. So Michelle said hi to Kendall, and Myra said hi, Kendall. So
it's my birthday today.
No, it's not.
It's Cooper's.
It's Cooper's birthday.
Tomorrow.
So Cooper's at Cotillion tonight. Hey, Money for Mars. Welcome to the chat. We kind of popped over from Pittsburgh's live. He's been on for a marathon this afternoon, and I got into like the tail last 20 minutes. And I'm here watching Kendall and Brady. I think Brady's up playing on.
You're not watching me.
Well, playing on his device, and we're just kind of hanging out and getting ready to list. So cleaning out my storage unit, and this was actually by.
And I actually found this because I'm awesome.
From last year's yard sales. These are basically fly molds for fishing lures, and this one actually is new unused. I think I've got 2 that are new unused. And you say, well, how can you tell whether they're used or not? You can tell because you look at those 2, and then you look at this one. So basically how these work is you lay it like a fishing hook into these. You grease it up or lube, you spray some release on it. You put the hook in, you shut the mold, and then you pour the molten lead down the holes. And then that basically sets makes your fishing lure, your fishing jig or whatever. So people actually that, use these to make the fishing jigs to resell or for personal use. So I went out on a limb and bought a whole box lot of stuff last winter and or last year. I think it was $50 I paid for the whole box. And I sold most of the spinners and the hooks and all that at the flea market for $30. So now I've got to make up $20 in these, and I think I'll basically make that back on this one, and then all the rest will be profit. And I like these because they're nice and heavy, easy ship. I'll put them probably in a padded flat rate and rock and roll. So, hey, Tommy, Bargain Fact, thanks for coming by. So that's what my listing is tonight. I had there's one of my long story short, I met a guy, my Chick-fil-A buddy. He found some lunch boxes on like Let Go, and this guy was selling these old lunch boxes for like $5 a piece, and Ricky ended up buying them. After Ricky bought them, I had seen him too. I contacted the guy to see if he had anything else, and I said, "Why the heck did you sell those lunch boxes for so cheap?" And the guy, his name's Wayne. He just kind of, "Hey Jennifer, saw you first." The guy said, he said I hadn't had anything to eat in like 3 days. He said I would have taken anything. So anyway, long story short, he ended up. Hey Kendall, please go get me a drink, please, so I can stay hydrated. He ended up going to jail for 8 months for not paying child support. And then he got out. He kind of stayed in touch, but he's kind of been, it just things aren't totally adding up. So anyway, long story short, he didn't show up I was going to work him this week, pay him cash, help me kind of empty out the storage unit to go into the staging unit. He no-showed me after we had rescheduled and all that. So for a pity party, I ended up going to the Goodwill bins, which like I really needed to do that. So ended up buying some junk at the bins. It was fun. $6, some scrap copper. I ended up buying these like little metal tins with lids. And Caroline said some people like put their soaps or creams in those. I was thinking about making them into like a Christmas pyramid, stacking like 10 or 12 of them together in a pyramid to make like a Christmas tree for my Christmas show, and do like the 10 days before Christmas, and they could put little gifts in each one of the little tins.
That is smart.
So we'll see.
Dad,
we'll see what's up.
Pick one.
Oh my gosh, my old boss just called me.
For what?
And I've had his planer. Hold on, Kendall.
Don't open it.
I'm thirsty. Chill.
No.
I'm drinking just carbonated water from Aldi.
Now the next one you don't get to pick. You have to get the right answer.
So anyway, I've had his planer because I've been planing some boards to make a table, and I've had it a couple months, and I'm wondering if he's calling me for that, or if he's just calling to check in to see what's up, or there's a sale going on, or whatever. So I've been a bad. I normally am really pretty good about borrowing tools and returning them because I don't like to loan my tools out and not get them back. And I did that to my buddy Billy. But anyway, I'll give him a call back when I get off the live, if we get off halfway early.
Dad.
Hey, that's Kendall. What's up, Kendall?
Dad, pick what number do you think?
7. This one.
7.
This one.
This one's 7.
So Kendall actually has a cheer competition this weekend on Sunday. So I've got to go to Cooper's baseball,
and Brady,
and Caroline gets to go to cheer. And from what my neighbor says, I've got the better deal, right?
I know you don't.
Why not?
Because cheer's better than baseball.
You think so?
Again. Okay, pick one.
Uh-oh, Kendall, your friend Jennifer said hello.
Hi. Okay, what number do you think number 8 is?
Right, this one.
Wrong. What do you think number 5 is? Ooh.
I don't know. So, hey, does anybody else want to pop in the chat? Welcome, Peddling Profits. You don't have to show your face. You can just basically stop your camera and just leave your microphone on if you want and talk. That's a great way to get started on lives. And I'll put I'll post the link if anybody wants to come in and hang out just a little bit. No strings attached. I don't charge like the Land Shark Picker does.
Okay. So, Dad, guess how many
What?
I've drank
Guess
that
what,
day?
Kendall?
Huh.
What are you guessing?
So, Dad, guess what? Dad,
What?
guess what number is number 8?
What?
Number 8.
That one.
No.
Oh, that one.
No, I have to say a different number.
Oh, okay.
Turn around. Turn around.
So
Dad.
I do have to
Turn
admit.
around.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
You
Hey,
can
I think
try.
I just friended you on Facebook. You showed up as a possible friend. So I friended you on Facebook today.
Dad, pick a one.
That one.
What number do you think it is?
7.
Just
What do
saying
you
there's
think?
no 7. There's no 7. Because I'm not 7.
Oh, that one.
What number?
42.
No, it's not that high.
No?
It's 1 to 10.
Oh, 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Spin mold. Let me see if I've got a spin mold. I'm trying to buzz spin, worming jig,
Dad, pick one. What number is...
buzz bait. Oh, buzz spin, spinner jig. Okay, there's that one.
All of you out there are thinking that I work out, and I do. Dad, don't I work out?
Yes, 2, 3, 8.
Guys, I work out because my brother has a pull-up bar, and we have that thing over there, and I have a mat, and we have lots of running space, and it's just awesome. So I'm gonna go be working out.
No, but don't go on the
Yes, I am.
So that's the trick on we did get a treadmill. The boys and I, we kind of helped clean out a dog or a frog, FROG, which stands for finished room over garage. And somebody was just kind of not necessarily downsizing, but just kind of cleaning out. The kids didn't want any of the stuff. We ended up tearing up a pull-out sofa that honestly, I don't think we could have lifted it down the stairs without messing up her walls and all that. So we ended up taking the cushions off, the mattress off, took the metal pull-out spring thing off the thing, and then we just cockeyed it, broke the front edge off, folded the 2 arms over, ratchet strapped it together, and then carried it out like that. So that went to the dump. Everything else, we had some things we donated to the Habitat Restore, and then I got some Sony, some electronics to list, and the boys were good workers. We got compliments on them working. But anyway, the treadmill, I had to order the magnetic key and ordered it off the Walmart site. Do you guys know we could sell on Walmart if we choose? It's just much like Amazon. And I thought it was coming from China and it was going to be next week, but it did get here yesterday, I think it was, because I didn't collect my mail until today, but came yesterday. So that was cool.
Dad.
What,
Dad.
What, Kendall?
Okay, so what number do you think? Dad, guess a number.
As you can tell, I'm just
Dad, what number?
7.
There's no 7.
You what?
Guess what number?
6. This one.
Very close.
Uh-oh, Brady just walked in. Brady, you want to say hi?
Hey!
You want to say hi to anybody, Brady? All right, so I'm going to have to set these aside because I'm not getting anything done. I'm trying to see what else I've got to list. I ended up pulling out, man, I probably had this thing for about 8 to 10 years.
Dad.
It is a neon power supply for an old like neon sign.
Dad, what color? What color?
And so it's got the two wires that hook up to the neon, the power pack, and then the supply line. And it's got multiple on-off switches. But I think I'm going to sell this. I'm just trying to clean out. So I've got to look this up.
Dad,
Yes.
pick a
Kendall.
number.
Hold on, Kendall. So is anybody else doing anything exciting What is it? What did Myra say? Don't be a bum. Hit that thumb. Oh, you guys, thanks, man. How many thumbs we get? We got 1 thumb. That's awesome.
Really?
We were talking about, somebody was saying we just hit like, I think it was like what did we get? 280? 289. So we're rolling. Thank you guys for any of the new people that have subbed. Hopefully you enjoy our content. We're kind of like, we don't edit any of our videos yet. We do yard sale hauls, dumpster dives, my storage unit, my staging unit, and then we do lives at home, and that's about it. We're going to do some how-to craft videos also. I did do a dumpster dive today to one of my old honey holes, which I'm watching, which is the local Fastenal store had closed down, which I understand Fastenal. I used to be a manager, so it's all about margins and numbers. And the store was kind of located in a non-industrial, more of like right on the edge of neighborhoods and all that. Who's that? Oh, it's Granddaddy. And so we ended up dumpster diving there today and ended up getting a bunch of rubber latex gloves, larges, probably about 4 or 5 boxes of 100, so about 500 pairs of gloves, and some earplugs, and then some clear plastic bags. So that was my dumpster diving, but I didn't film it. And then another one of my honey holes, for some reason, their dumpster has not been emptied in about 2 weeks. And I don't know if they haven't paid their dumpster deal. It was Allied, I think it was called Allied Waste. And I actually called their national number and said that I was a property manager and I was wondering why the trash can hadn't, and she wanted the address. And so I'm not sure what's up with that deal. But once if they're not putting it in that dumpster, I'm wondering their trash has got to be piling up inside the store. So I'm hoping to hit it when they do that. So all right, hold on. I'm going to mute you guys for a second and check in with Grandmommy. So I think, pardon? Hey, we have been busy.
I want to show Daya.
What do you want to show?
How to bite that.
How to buy that right there. I'm watching Mr. B right now.
Did Michelle? Okay. Hey, see you, Michelle. Have a good dinner. You and Matt. Hi, Becky Hope. Welcome to the chat.
I want to let's go over the top.
So Granddaddy normally comes here and does inspections. So that's for the repairs if you want. Yeah.
What's that? I think.
So he inspects the kids' rooms. Most of the time, Brady's the one that wins.
And I win.
Kendall,
I win.
no, you don't, Kendall.
You guys is the losers. It's between me and Cooper because sometimes Cooper's losing.
All right, so this Neon power supply, pre-owned, is $65 with $15 shipping, and the new units for the new unit power supplies are anywhere from $90 to $47. Someone's got one on bid for $47. Let me check the soles. So this is basically this came out of a shoe store years and years ago because I knew I might need a power supply for Neon, and then I haven't come across it. So I'll probably list it for sale, and if I don't sell it, it won't hurt my feelings. But let's see if there's some soles. So there's 7 soles. Brand new one, 83. Another brand new one for 91. A used one for 50. brand new. I'm gonna sell it because I'll end up coming across another one most likely, and I've just been storing it. Let's see, this is 12 UL listed for 12,000 volts, and let's see here, 12,000 volts load, self-adjusting for 2,000 to 12,000 volt load. Non-weatherproof. All right, so that's another thing I'm going to list tonight. Get all this stuff out of the way. All right, excuse me for a second, guys. I got to make sure we're straight on our schedule for with Caroline's parents. So if you can give me about 30 seconds. Anybody else want to come in? There you go.
I talked with them.
All right, we're back. All right, so grandma and granddad, the neat thing about that's Caroline's parents, and they get to they live right down the street. So found out Kendall's got to go cheer tomorrow at 5, and I'm not sure what else we're gonna do. And I think Cooper's having one of his buddies come over and stay. So so Becky is in the chat tonight. She helps Jerry Whitney with Uncle Jed's auction shed, and so that's been a neat little community and all that. If you are at all not familiar with it, you can't look up Uncle Jed's auction shed. You got to look up Jerry Whitney, and then it'll show his auctions and all that. He's had a really exciting year last year. His channel grew from a couple hundred to I think they're over 2,000 subscribers now. So they went over the 1,000. He does online auctions weekly, multiple weekly online auctions. Becky, make sure you tell Uncle Jed that I'm shouting out not only the 12 lives that I've got on right now, but this video in its lifetime, probably millions of people will watch this live, So I'm shouting out Uncle Jed's, but does multiple auctions, and he is a small town, big town patriot for Scottsville, Kentucky. Involved in the government and all the controversy right now that's going on in Scottsville. And Uncle Jed, Jerry, is running for mayor next fall, not this November, but next November. And he's got a lot of support of the community, just kind of trying to take back his town from the good old boy network and just the politics and the under the table dealings and all that. So it's been interesting. He bought a defunct chicken shack in town with the intentions of opening up a chicken restaurant. And that kind of got a little bit, I think it was just a lot of different zoning stuff and kind of a more things on the list than maybe they thought had to do, but they've ended up switching that into the home base, I guess, for the auction company. And then also they're going to be doing fireworks year-round, selling fireworks. So once that permit comes in, and then Uncle Jed also has another space that he's turning into what's called a man shed or man cave kind of thing. It's just like old tools or toys and all that. So Jerry Whitney, I'm sure most of y'all know about Jerry, but so that Becky is part of that crew. And they're a lot of fun, good entertainment, and they do a lot of auctions a week. So it's a good place to source, crack up. They're just funny. They're funny too. So Vulture Dumpster Diver, she's a new YouTuber in the chat. If you haven't subbed to her channel, Myra, a lot of these folks here that are popping in have their YouTube channels, and we're all kind of growing together. So if you see the 3 little dots next to their name, click on Go To Channel, and if you feel like you'd like to support them, go ahead and sub to their channel. We were just talking about that earlier in the earlier live on. Don't feel like just because you sub, you've got to watch the content, or you might feel like if you sub, you're responsible and you need to watch the content. Either way, subs are nice. Tommy Barkeneffect was talking about how he's got about 40 to 50% of his subs are actually watching. He's getting views or return views on, and I think the growing average is about 10%. So if you're running 10% views per your subs, you're doing pretty good. I think we're a little bit under that. I don't know. And I don't know how you base that on the first day or the first 2 weeks or whatever on that. So, hey, Marie, how are you doing? I saw you last night having to stay up late so you could get Justin up for work. So I guess you made it through waking him up and fixing him a nice bacon omelet breakfast with hash browns and fresh squeezed orange juice and all that. Let's see. Okay, so Becky, here, let me click on here. So, Becky, make sure you say hi to Jerry. He was looking sharp this afternoon in his shirt and tie. I'll probably pop over there maybe a little later. I'm just like your and ask him if he's got any knobs. I like buying. I like old drawer knobs and all that. So, but Becky's the auction clerk for Jerry Whitney's online auction on YouTube. So if you like online auctions and you like to get up, and once you get on there and sub to his channel, they do multiple auctions a week, like I said. So Marie, she basically, that breakfast for Justin was basically coffee, and then she probably passed out and fell asleep. So they've done a neat little get up. Marie and Justin, they're out Washington State, and they've decorated their whole yard Halloween, which is kind of cool. If anybody, I talked to one of my Costco contacts today, and if anybody's into plastic skeletons, their plastic skeletons have gone on clearance or reduction. So if you've got a Costco and they're still left in stock, you might be able to get you a good skeleton for pretty good. So here's the channel for the auction. The secret is out. You know, you try to keep some of your sourcing secrets and all that, but the community is so friendly. We share our sources and all that. So Jerry's just a good guy. He really does a lot. Right now they're rounding up, coordinating, getting heaters for families in the community that need heat, and they donate heaters, and he's got like food drives, and I know we've supported families and bought clothes for school kids.
I got the keys
and all that. So, and he normally runs at least, and he also gives away money. I forgot to mention that at the end of the night for not only showing up to his auction, and if you're there at the end, they draw names out of a glass jar, but also they draw item numbers, and if you bought that item number, you get cash back. And a lot of times this stuff is so cheap, you end up earning cash credit. And I have actually won $50 before.
Dad, what number is this? Guess.
7.
There's no 7. God.
So
Dad, guess what number this is? Guess what number this one is? It's fading up.
What?
Dad, guess what number it is? 1. This kid.
7, right there.
There's no such thing as 7 in this one. Okay.
So I'm amazing thing. I've started selling again on eBay, and I think the only reason my stuff is selling with all the glitches and all that is because I'm listing. So I've I think this week I've had 2 nights where I've listed over 10 items.
Okay, I changed all the numbers.
But the
there's no 7s.
Okay, 13.
It's 1 to 10.
4. Right there.
Nope.
So I think the whole trick, and everybody knows this, if you're an eBay reseller, is to list at least 1 item a day. It just kind of helps the logarithm or whatever. So if you guys are prayers or whatever, if whatever sort of positive talk, Mr. Vulture, the dumpster diver, is having surgery on Monday, and so I'm sure they would appreciate any positive vibes going that way. So I tell you, the older I get, the more I appreciate my health. It's crazy. I've been going through some what, Kendall? Hey, be easy, Kendall, easy. Easy, please.
That.
So Xbox One, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. How did you hear about us, Xbox? I think I saw, where did I see you? Xbox One. What were you doing? I can't.
Dad, you with the. I got it.
I don't know. Oh, am I too old for the chat? I don't know. I seem to have. I've had gray shirts since I was in high school. I'm only 12. We were talking today. I was at Chick-fil-A, and one of the guys, George, is one of the Hispanic managers, and something we were talking about how President Trump had been down in Texas, and there've been positive things on there and negative things, and people. Oh, President Trump's a rock star, and President Trump needs to be impeached, whatever. And I said the neat thing about, I guess, America is hopefully everybody has whatever beliefs they have and opinions they have. You can have your opinions, but at the end of the day, hopefully we still can be friends and we're all Americans, because in some countries, if you voice opposition to the leadership, you end up disappearing, or your family gets disappearing, or you out of favor, or this or that. And so and George's like, yeah, I kind of, it's like, I don't like talking politics. And it's just like, we don't like talking politics and just getting into it. It's like, we shouldn't be like that. We should be able to talk politics and say, well, why do you say this? Or why do you think that? Or I'm not the biggest fan of things, but we've got to respect the office. And ultimately, I would think we want the best of what's good for America, not necessarily what's good for President Trump, what's good for America, and sticking together. He's elected. But anyway, okay, I'm not going to talk politics anymore. But I would say that the neat thing is like George and I are still friends, even though we might have kind of a little bit different. I'm a free enterprise guy. I would love less government. Let me raise my family. Let me go out and earn the money I need to earn and contribute to the economy. And, make me decide what my kids read and watch TV, not somebody tell me what they should be watching and all that. So anyway. Barbara Schwartz. That's great. there's a market for that. Matter of fact, somebody was talking about they had they're talking about somebody was buying a pair of shoes and they want them to wear the shoes and with socks and then send the socks with the shoes. So that's kind of interesting and all that. And then I think the lady was saying, I'm going to let my little sweaty 12-year-old wear the socks in the shoes, because there's nothing stinkier than a bunch of sweaty 12-year-olds, after they've been out to recess all day and sweaty, and then they got to go in the classroom and they're all hot and bothered and sweaty. And then I'm always telling Brady and the boys, I said, if you sweat at all, you need to take a shower. And then I find the older I get, some days I'm lazy. I don't even want to take a shower, and I should. Gosh, take a shower while we still got water. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's see here.
I know how to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. That's true. And so that's why I'm trying to just I just love hearing what other people's thought on it all. We've all got to get along. We have more in common than we have different. Honestly, we really do. And especially if you're a reseller or whatever, and free enterprise, you probably would. I don't want to get talk into politics, but I'm just saying you probably want to just be left alone and get the government out of your business. So, okay, so let's talk about other things. Let's see. Let's talk about what we're going to have for dinner tonight. I know that we're having roll-ups at our house because Cooper and Caroline went out to the River City Diner for dinner. So this old helmet, that helmet that you had a picture of, that's a World War I helmet. Kendall, are you on my phone? Who's got my phone? So we had roll-ups tonight. I ended up eating extra Chipotle for breakfast. Lunch was iced tea at Chick-fil-A. Cut the phone.
Did you see my comment?
What, did you make a comment?
Yeah.
On what account?
This one.
Brady's got my phone.
It didn't work.
All right, we like to hear others' thoughts about it and know how to have an adult conversation about it. Sadly, most can't. That's true.
Dad,
I mean, we were talking the other day, I think on Norca's channel this morning. She does the coffee, the ladies' coffee chat that's pretty much open up to everybody. It's just kind of, and she does like a Tuesday art day, Friday is hat day. We do a Bible study one day. But they were talking about the opinions of different lifestyle decisions on, and you've got to respect them. Matter of fact, I was, oh, there we go. Dad's Vintage Garage High. That was Brady on there getting on my phone. But my old roommate, he had an alternative lifestyle, and he's still one of my best friends. So kind of neat.
So I just said hi to my dad because.
Oh, did you do
click
that?
It up, click it
That's
up,
it.
click it.
All right, hold on, Kendall.
Click it.
All right, so Marie, there you go. That's where Kendall took my phone. She went over to the other side, and then she put the hi comment in. I'm like, why would I say hi to myself? That's Kendall.
And Brady.
Who's me?
Do y'all like my new picture? I changed it. That's me in my pickup truck. And if you look at the headliner is coming down in my pickup truck. But I figured that looked a little better than that other Mickey Mouse picture I had. We'll figure it out.
Sorry. I had tumbling lessons today.
No, it's on. Oh, that has this on her channel.
Yeah, you told me.
No, she took my phone and logged onto my account.
Brady, this is 100 pounds and this is 200.
No, it's not. Let me feel. No way.
But it is a couple pounds.
No, it's 200.
So Myra from Florida just said hi to everybody again. So, hey, did I show y'all? Put those candies over there, Kendall.
These are not candy.
What are they?
They're crap.
Oh yeah, they're just like the lady top where we got the Twix.
Are they good?
Oh, hey,
I don't know, I
put
haven't had
Kendall,
them.
put the rest of those cans up in the container. So, do y'all have any? I picked these up at the bins the other day. They're silver cans
Hello.
with the lids.
Is it good? Yeah.
You can have them.
Oh. That was that's another channel. Here, I'll put it in here as Norgus. I wish Michelle Latham was in because she would put the she's great at linking up. Myra is too. I think that's her channel. If you go to Norgus, that's her chat, and it's the ladies group. That's a really neat group, and they greet you when you come in to chat, and again, just very friendly and uplifting and all that. So that's okay, Brady. So does anybody want to see the junk I bought at the bins yesterday? It's nothing that I'm really going to resell, but I can kind of go through it real quick.
Can we go watch it?
So Denise, I think Marie's going to grab the link, but I think if you type in Norgus, let me see. I'll try it on here. Yep, Norgus R. Darlene is her name. So I've got Darlene and Denise. Norgus R. Let me see if I figure out. So if I clicked on her and go to her channel, copy image address maybe. Let me see. Is that right? I don't know. Did I do that right? Probably not. I'm not sure what I just put in there. Oh, I just put in under my mom's account, Vintage Garage. Somehow I've got my mom's account open. That's what I was talking about. Heck on it. All right, anyway, y'all know who I am. I'll figure this out one way or the other. Okay, let's go through this junk I got at the bins so y'all can see why I stopped going to the bins. Wooden spoon. Hopefully I'll have my wooden spoon mirror done in 3 weeks. Camelback reservoir dryer. I grabbed it. It had a $12 price tag on it. And so that's probably going to be a resale. Sharpie highlighters for the kids' school. Remember, I'm paying 59 cents a pound for all this stuff. File cabinet labels. Sticky, just kind of like, what are these things? Art scraps and all that. I don't know. They had like $5.15 on these new. I probably paid 2 cents for them. I was thinking maybe of taking this is like a scrapbook, and maybe taking pictures out of my phone from this year and either putting, just some photographs in there and maybe doing a Christmas present for Caroline. We'll see. I don't know if I have enough pictures for that. Composition notebook, kind of had a cool cover. The 3-ring binder paper. Oops. Yeah, I don't know what I did. Again, I got to learn how to do all this stuff. This is kind of a Tervis-like new cup, Crown Royal cup. And I've got some purple bags, velvet bags that I've got to get sold. This is some sort of coasters. It had a price tag, I think about 12 to 14. It's from the UK, but it's brand new. Board game mats or whatever. We'll see. I mean, like I paid pennies for it. Crafting beads. This was a Walmart special. Here's some ribbon. I'll probably use that for the show, Christmas show. So again, this was an impulse buys because I ended up getting no-showed from my helper, and I decided to go buy the bins. And honestly, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I saw some of my old friends that I knew there, and they said hi and all that. And, but it's just like, I'm just not into it. I know I've got a lot of stuff at home that I still need to list and sort. You know, I'm in the process of getting that storage unit closed and the staging unit open, and kind of a medical wrap. This is kind of just a good, neat bag of buttons. I'm kind of a button guy. I like buttons. All right, Mara, once you're done, come on up here and help us with our kitchen. So, you know, you got plastic buttons, you've got glass buttons, you've got bone buttons, you've got metal buttons. And you can, not that I know a lot about buttons, but I know that some, depending, you can land on some good ones. So there's that. Here's some crafting buttons, just nothing. That was fun. Here's some, I think they're glass beads. That's cool. A couple more of the tins. And then a bunch of little like different crafting decoration deals. Nothing super special about that. A roll of copper, which I think 59 cents a pound. I think copper's paying like $2.20 maybe. If I don't use it for crafting, I've made $1.50. And there's guys that actually buy the scrap brass and all that. You can't buy aluminum because aluminum is paying below the 59 cent. So I got this as kind of like a Christmas tree topper. I'm thinking about taking some of that old wood I've got out on my driveway and maybe putting this as the topper. And that's that. And then somebody had a picture album, and I just pulled a couple out. It's sad when families get rid of their pictures. There we go. Just got to get off the glare of the screen. Get focused, baby. Come on, baby. There it is. High chair out in the middle of a swamp. This one was cool. It kind of had, I don't know what sort of car was in the background. Is that a Packard maybe? Can y'all tell if that's a Packard? I don't know much about cars. But this next picture, this is the one. For some reason, I just find this one funny. It's hilarious. I don't know why I find that picture so funny, but it's a mama with her baby at the beach, and he just looks like a gigantic baby. So, dude, these aren't my photos. These are ones I saved from the bins. I have no idea who these are, Lewis. I just thought they were kind of funny. They were going in the dumpster, and, you know, they're just here. Oh, you know what I just realized? Who's got a wrench? We don't need Lewis around. There you go, Lewis. Thanks for hanging. I'm going to be going to bed soon. Let me see Lewis. I want to see how hot his content is. I bet he's got new content. Yeah, there you go. No subscribers, no nothing. So Lewis, we thank you for being my first troll tonight. It's wonderful. That's the neat thing about America. You got freedom of speech. How do people find my content, man? That's crazy. Lewis, how'd you get on my content? It's like, come on, man. If you want to be somewhere else, go watch somebody else. I know, isn't that funny? I think I did what I was supposed to do. Peddling profits. So, yeah, I know we had some Middle Eastern something or other going on the other night, and I'm like, how the heck did you find my content to even comment and, you know, start ragging on my family and this and that? Like I said, I think we all have more in common than we have different. So I'm not necessarily need to be friends, but if you just got plenty of freedom to go somewhere else if you want. So Cooper ended up going to Cotillion tonight, which I've kind of been not involved in that, but he had his they were going as the king of clubs, spades, diamonds, and hearts, his 3 other buddies. So that should be fun, hearing how that update went and what they ended up doing. So, like I said, I'm a small-time reseller. I mainly focused on my. I know, but somebody else is like what I like reselling. I like reselling hard goods. Can you all bring me my phone, please? So I've got limited clothes. I've got some graphic tees, fraternity shirts, and all that. Kendall. So I'm just going to go through. I'll go through my list of like my last 15 items that I sold. I think there's a way that you can actually go to my eBay account and see what I have sold. I think. I'm not sure. All right, so let's see here. If I go to my eBay account.
Look how small I am.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That's another cool thing is that YouTube is like almost kind of tearing down some of the borders. You got friends over in England and Australia. All right, so I shipped a Prince Caspian Read Aloud Edition Chronicles of Narnia book. Some Pokemon Hidden Fates Mew and Mewtwo sealed pin collections.
You and Mewtwo?
Alan Roth curtain rings. Alan Edmonds Strand Walnut 12D shoes.
And how much did you sell the Pokemon things for? Yeah, how much?
So
$5.
You did?
No,
Then how much
20.
for the Pokemon thing did you sell them for?
20. God.
20? I was gonna say good.
like Zag Invisible shield for Apple Watch, a gas cooker hose, golf tees, some vintage Smith Corona typewriter collection tape, some Topps baseball hanger box 67 cards, vacuum cleaner bags, Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity shirt, acrylic painting of an angel that was a yard sale buy, and it was a neat angel painting. I ended up sold that. 3 dozen golf balls, 36 golf balls, some Hinkle Loctite 242 red thread locker, a vintage Tiger Quiz game, National Geographic magazines.
Dad, do
What?
you know where there's like tattoos that look real?
No, I don't. Puzzles, a tape dispenser that pulled out of the tape dispenser, razor, Dallas Cowboys cheerleader pictures, a Raggedy Ann that had a music box in it, some dice from Atlantic's Valley Casino, skeleton, some scissors, a bunt can pan that's shipped overseas. I think that's shipped to Lewis in UK. Some Lewis guy. Was that guy named Lewis? Yeah. That's funny. Perfume. So that's a couple of things. Just mainly hard goods. Some electronics, cake pans, tools, storage container, some Merrill kangaroo hiking shoes, BMW book, some more National Geographics, Back to the Future 3-disc set. Kendall, can you please get off the treadmill, please?
That means no one on it.
So,
Oh, we know that?
yeah, we got to go meet Mr. Lewis tomorrow.
He is in the UK.
Yeah, man. He likes kids. He was a kid one time. So, hey, Texas Val, how are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to. Did he leave?
What? You would never. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Nothing.
Lewis left.
Was he showing up in the chat and all that, or were y'all getting rid of him or whatever? I got rid of him, and I guess I blocked him, but I still see him on my still saw him on my live stream or whatever. So Valerie, do you want to come in the chat? Does anybody want to come in? I'm going to paste the
And
thing.
we're gonna say anyone can come.
Oh, wait. That's not the right one. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had a troll in here.
Who's the troll?
Who is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. So if anybody wants to come in, oh, what's she doing? I'm baking cookies for a family reunion right now. Cool. So Texas Valerie, of course, she lives down in Texas. Her family's got a HVAC company. So she works at that company, but then also she's into jewelry. She buys jewelry jars and resells jewelry and all that. So if you've got, and she's got a channel. So if you want to sub to her channel, and I bet you, well, I don't know. In our area, the HVAC guys are really busy right now because the heat, everybody's going from air conditioned to heat, and they're turning their on. As a matter of fact, I turned my downstairs unit on to this morning, and it, of course, it burns all the dust on the heating element, kind of smells a little bit. And then I was thinking the heat from downstairs would go upstairs and maybe heat the upstairs, but so I don't know how the weather is down in Texas right now, if y'all have started slowing down or not, but Texas Val, I think she was on a live. She did 2 lives the first time she did a live, she did 2 in the same day. And so now she's a regular. And she's got a sister that's in Texas too that's on YouTube a lot. So she put in her thing here. I'll highlight that.
Dad.
And thank you, Valerie, for blocking the guy. I tell you, you try to hopefully you'll be a blessing or something. Oh, it looks dirty. I wouldn't eat that. That's a cucumber. I wouldn't eat it. Unless you you marked it?
Mm-hmm.
That better not be marker. What did you, oh my gosh, Kendall.
I do it in class all the time.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You can wipe off. This is what I'm doing for Halloween.
Basically the troll's trying to get attention, and I pop into some chats, not that I'm a troll, but it's just like if I disagreeing with what the guy's saying, I just don't comment. Or you don't even know I'm around, but don't try to ruin it and show your true colors, I guess. And anyway, I don't know. It'd be nice if YouTube was a super safe space for everybody, but it's not. And I've learned you've got to not necessarily take it personally. And my attitude's kind of been now that when you've got trolls popping in, it's like they've got a mental illness. Something's going on. Something's not right. They don't have all the tools in the shed or whatever, and you just got to be patient with them and take it with what they say at the grain of salt. It's you got an illness, something's going on, because it's like why would you say that to somebody? Or why would you say something negative about somebody's kids? Come on. But anyway. All right, that's enough. Absolutely. We don't need people like that in this community. Not going to let him mess with my friends. Awesome. Never just block and do your thing. So, all right, I'm just rambling right now, going through my stuff. So Caroline, my wife's on a big push for our hardwood floors. Does she deserve hardwood floors? Absolutely. When was she promising hardwood floors? Brady just said when he was a baby. Before he was when he was in the womb, basically. So Brady's how old now? 10, 11 years old. So it's been about 12 years. We moved into this house with our linoleum was cut and peeling up. And since I had a handyman business, I said, hey, don't worry about that. I'll get that fixed. 12 years later, I've even started cutting some of my boxes when I'm Frankensteining boxes. I hate to admit it, but I've been cutting my boxes on my linoleum floor, and now I've got dirty lines going across my floor for me when I'm cutting them. So eventually it's going to get so bad that I will have to get my floors done. And I think we're going to do the 2 rooms in the front and the foyer are already hardwood floors. You can't match them really. You can do what's called a blend, a wood blend. Hey, Glenn, how are you? A wood blend, because sometimes they're faded. And then if you've got carpet on there, the edge fades before the wood under the carpet. But I think we're going to do hardwood through the rest of the back of the house. and maybe put tile in the washroom. I think we should put tile in the washroom, the bathroom, and the little hallway. But we'll see what happens. I said, let's see what the professionals say.
She just sent you a message.
So Colin Mulford, hopefully you'll behave. Hopefully you're not friends with Lewis. Please, please be a gentleman. So everybody watch Colin. Everybody welcome Colin. We'll see what happens. Colin, are you a UK guy also? So anyway, so that's the latest update on that. We got the house cleaned up for Kendall's slumber party. We've brought back a little bit of stuff. So tomorrow, between my schedule, I'm going to be working out in the garage, getting one of my workbenches cleaned off to work on that puzzle for the yeah. So the get the spoon puzzle made with the mirror and all that. So I brought the spoons home from the staging unit, and we're going to work on that mirror. So that's what's going on there. So does anybody want to come in the chat at all? I put the thing on, and everybody's busy. It makes it I'm learning too, when you want to do a working live and all that, you got to have a few other people in the chat, or you're just constantly talking and reading the chat. So has anybody else experienced on the anybody that's reselling on eBay? Has anybody else experienced the glitches, I guess, that they've had lately? With the, I guess, the size category and getting your items included in the search if you haven't updated the size. And then I understand there was a glitch with the fees, with your paying daily fees or whatever, they were double charging you, or if your fees are out of line with what you're normally paying, you might need to check that to make sure that it's they're charging you right. I only pay my fees once a month. I bank all my money in my PayPal account, and then it draws out of my PayPal account into eBay, and I basically take about 10% of whatever my sales are on eBay, and if it's within 5% of that, then I don't even worry about it. I just work for next month, so. Oh my gosh, you guys are busy. You guys, great. So there's another one. Tyler Romeo, welcome to the chat. Can we help you out? I'm a good listener. If you have anything positive you want to share with us, come on. Derek, welcome. Derek's getting ready to go on a fishing trip. Down in my area. He's going to Outer Banks, North Carolina. So we got to wish him. It's Friday night. I guess everybody's getting drunk over in the UK. Not just saying that jokingly, guys. I'm not stereotyping all UK guys, but there might be some drinking involved, and that drinking happens here in the U.S. too. And then you get kind of a little bit mischievous on YouTube and just go try to find some new friends on YouTube. So, but anyway, Derek's going on a trip down to Outer Banks with his Lions Club, I think, and do some fishing. He's going to do some sourcing, and I told him if he knew he's going to be somewhere around Richmond and could give me about an hour or two notice, we'll see. Maybe I'll go meet him, meet the legend. So. I hope you get some good fish. Since the temperatures have dropped and the water's getting a little colder, you guys might do pretty good fishing, honestly. And there's nothing like catching good saltwater fish and fresh fish and salt and pepper and just cook them up on the grill. Man, that's some good eat. And pay to have it cleaned at the marina. It's like pennies on the dollar. Totally worth letting a professional do it. Just make sure you bring a cooler or a cooler with some trash bags so your cooler doesn't smell fishy. So we were talking about on Pittsburgh's channel, Every Damn Hustling, and Tommy Bargain Effect were on there. And do you ever need a media break? Do you need a break from YouTube? Do you need a break from Facebook? Do you get tired of doing content? Do you just, you're just kind of over it? And I think everybody does kind of need a little break. I admit it. I do. You see all these content posts, and you either need to watch something different. I've enjoyed lately the Yukon Gold Rush, all those Alaska, Canada. I guess it's just History Channel shows on mining for gold. I like those shows. And so that's been one of my, I guess, guilty pleasures lately, is watching those guys. And Parker Schnabel, that kid is pretty cool. And talk about going out on faith, or, talking about, as a reseller, saying your business is going to be big and you're signing a lease for an $8,000 a month warehouse, and Amazon's going to take off, and those guys can drop, a couple $100,000 without having an ounce of gold out of the ground, with the hopes that they're going to find it, with the hopes that the weather's going to work out, with the hopes that the hydraulic hose doesn't bust off, with the hopes that your workers stay healthy, with the hopes that a boulder doesn't jam up in the wash pan. And some of them make it and some of them don't. That's why not everybody's up there doing it. So, and that's kind of the same way in reselling too.
Yeah, when we said Derek unblock me if you want to invite him.
You what?
Derek unblock me if you want to invite him.
All right. So, well, what's the deal? I did the did I put the where's the chat thing? Is that showing up in the chat at all? There you go. Now let me see if you guys show up. Are you showing up here? I still need to figure out all this stuff. I'm still so I was talking about, not always watching reselling and all that. And then there's certain, you want to be around positive, I guess. And if it's draining, or if you're just not getting it, find something else that's going to be uplifting for you for a while. So it's okay. You don't have to always watch reseller content or jewelry content or whatever. It's amazing the little things that you can learn just from popping on somebody else's channel. I found somebody, what was her name? Was it Brooke Baker? She had a very large YouTube channel with her ex-husband, I guess, and they just recently, first of the year, broke up, and now she's a single mom and rebuilding her YouTube and rebuilding her life. And definitely, when you've got 200,000 subscribers in the previous life, and you're a social influencer, and life happens, and then now she's a single mom and figuring out who she is, and it was kind of neat. And last night she was, I popped on her chat. She didn't know me, and she was kind of under the weather, eating some chicken soup. It just seemed like, not that, I don't know, it's just like she's a friend, I guess, and you want the best for her, and you feel for her for what she's going through as a single mom and all that. And that's what happens, the sacrifice you make, I guess, when you get on YouTube and you kind of expose your family and all that. And 99.9% of the people out there are great, and it's the little small 1/10 of 1% that try to ruin it for everybody. So is the link showing up? Was Val killed that troll? I know she did. And then I've been watching some of the airplane shows too. So Derek, were you coming in for a second or two? I don't know how much longer. I don't even know how long have I been on. Oh my gosh, hour and 20 minutes. That's great. I was supposed to get a haircut today. I got in trouble. I lost my my Great Clips coupon. I'm enjoying my hair while I have it because it's starting to recede back, and then I've got a little bald spot back here. But I misplaced my Great Clips coupon that was like $77.99 haircut, and I stopped somewhere else to get a haircut, and that sucker was $22. And I said, man, for this amount of hair, I'm not paying $22 to get a haircut. I'll give myself a haircut. I mean, I'm wearing a hat half the time to kind of protect the top of my head anyway. So it's getting thin. Eventually, for anybody that's probably 40 or older, do you guys know about Captain Stubing? I think I'm probably going to end up having a Captain Stubing haircut where this middle part will end up going away, and I'll have the two side, two nice white silver sides here like Captain Stubing, and the middle part will be all gone. I don't know. And then if I get crazy enough, is Snobby here? I was in Snobby. Hey, Snobby, how are you, man? I was in y'all's chat earlier. Looks like you guys were starting your Friday off right. Yeah, let me get back over to stream. Okay, there we go. Derek.
What's up?
We're talking. Hey, so can you relate to a little bit of hair loss?
A little bit. I got like nothing back here.
Well, I was wondering this morning when you were on Darlene's channel if you were considering your hair your hat, and then you mentioned that you had your hat on and you just took it up. I mean, I wear a hat sometimes and it gets hot up there because I've got that bald spot.
Yep.
And you got to take it off. But then, you know, when I'm out watching the kids at baseball, I've been like 10 minutes away from home and I've turned around to get my hat because I know I'm going to be suffering.
Right.
If I bake in the sun all day.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing I have a bucket hat for when I go, and I have a regular baseball cap. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm excited about your trip.
Yeah, my wife, good riddance. She can't wait for me to leave Sunday.
Does she like when you're gone? Does she run around in her panties and just sit around and watch TV?
No.
No. I know, like when Caroline's gone with the kids, and you know, I said I'm going to stay home and get all this thing done. And it's just like, give me a break. I want to take a nap and this and that. And one time she had a list for me to do, and she went out shopping, and she came back within 30 minutes, and I was sitting there watching TV, and she said, "What are you watching TV for? You got to do this project." And I said, "I already did it." And she said, "I've only been gone for 30 minutes. I said, "I know, it wasn't that big a deal." And she goes, "It's taken you 2.5 years to do this project. You could have done it in like 10 minutes.
Wow, yeah, miracle.
She caught me, you know?
Yep. Yeah,
She's figuring me out because it's like she's starting it, you know, she's getting on this, getting these hardwood floors put in. And honestly, she deserves it. We've put them off for 10 years. We've, you know, put the money into invested in different things that didn't work out and this and that.
See, that's Kendall.
Oh, get in here. She wants to see Kendall.
Say
hi.
She goes, she's a little spitfire. She can hear it when I'm talking. Yeah.
But she got me figured out where she'll like, I've got a contractor coming over to give me an estimate.
Mm-hmm.
And when she does that, then it's like, I better get my hiney in gear or she's going to be spending the money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, but no, I had a hat on and Sandy came in and she was kind of a little taken back for what the hat I had on. So I took it off for respect.
Oh.
I had a Trump hat on and she wasn't too happy about it.
Oh, did she? Yeah. I was talking earlier in my chat about, I watched a little bit of the Texas rally and all that. I mean, and you know, the news reports, depending on who you listen to, they were like, you know, he's a rock star. You know, he needs to be impeached. And bottom line, whatever your opinion is, you were still all Americans,
right?
And that's the neat thing about America, I guess, is you do have an opinion. You can have an opinion,
Right.
and you don't end up going to jail. Your family doesn't get killed for having an opposing political view.
Right.
But when people start like saying you can't talk about it or you're a fool,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of they're nut jobs, but they have the right to their opinion.
Right. Well, that's why today when we were on Darlene's channel, we talked about the bullying aspect and everything, and everybody was agreeing. I mean, it's crazy, you know.
Oh my gosh! I mean, it's just like I was talking to George, one of the Hispanic managers at Chick-fil-A,
Yep.
and he said, "I don't talk about politics or religion. We should be able to talk about that."
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily agree with everybody's religion, but I mean that's the neat thing about it is you have a right to have a religion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got one of my subscribers is south of town in Petersburg, Virginia.
Okay.
And her channel name is the Witch Picker.
The Witch Picker. Okay.
And I think she's a witch.
No, she's what do they call that?
A Wiccan.
Yeah, Wiccan. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta think of it. Yeah.
So
when I was in the nursing home for my 2 strokes, we had a gentleman, and I felt so bad, but he seemed he was pretty cool, but he was a pagan.
Yep.
And one of the ladies asked if he had a Bible in his room. Well, he brought the pagan Bible to her and let her borrow it. She went ballistic.
Right.
You asked for a Bible.
Right.
So, but.
And I tell you, I mean, it's just like I've just plugged in recently to a men's group,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's more of a church than my Sunday church is.
Mm-hmm.
And even at 52, I'm a newbie, man. I'm still a lot to learn. I'm not into some people are like, you've got to read your Bible every day and this and that. And that's not me. I don't know. But I see the fruit on the tree, I guess, of followers of Jesus versus some of the other fruit on other people's trees that don't necessarily decide to do that. And that's it's a choice.
Scrap and Pallet Man.
Do I what?
Did you ever watch Scrap and Pallet Man?
I have not.
He's in Chicago. He doesn't do a lot of the religious stuff, like push it on people, but he'll show because he's in the band at his church and everything. It's just the way of his life. He was prior military. He was in the Coast Guard for 25 years, and he's had some bad times in his life. But he explains it while he's scrapping,
right,
on his channel, and it's great. I love talking to him and listening to him. So
don't you love? I mean, just the amazement of how our body works and the chemicals and the water, and then how we think, and then all the different thoughts. And I talk about my mom being in a nursing home with dementia, Alzheimer's, and I wonder what's going through their heads, or is there
right?
Who knows what it is, and what are people thinking? It's crazy. I had a friend that she basically thought herself into a mental hospital because she just tried to figure out life. And if you really think about it,
you can't do that.
You can't figure it out. You just don't. You can't figure it out. So,
well, it's like my grandmother. She had dementia before she passed, and you wonder. I worked in the hospital for 8 years, and you had people that came in, and you always wonder because they always remember stuff from when they were younger.
Oh, it's
it's nothing, but they can't remember what they had for breakfast that morning.
Yeah. And see, my mom was like that probably about a year ago, and now she's just like she's cray. She just is. It's sad. It's dementia mom. Like I when my dad had a stroke and he wasn't making sense, it was stroke daddy, and now my mom is dementia mom, and I respect her for being my mom, but I really. It's going to be a blessing when she passes away. I'm so because I've lost my mom already. Honestly.
Right.
That's Brady. Brady said hi.
Yeah.
So, it's tough.
It is tough. And I mean, we're similar. We're about the same. I'm 47, so we're not 52, that far.
52.
Yeah. So we're not that far, but we see, and everybody's like, oh, this person died. Oh, this person died. Well, yeah. Well, you have to remember, we're up there in age now, too. It's like, oh, how can this person die? Hello.
Yeah.
If everybody knew everything and everybody could do everything the same way, this world would be boring.
My old boss, he was great when I first was learning the handyman business, and he would go to lunch. He'd sit and read the newspaper and the obituaries, and I said, "Do you see anybody you know?" And he'd start noticing more and more people, and then he said, "It's a good day when my name's not in there, you know."
Right.
As long as I don't see my name in there. But that's part of the plan, man. You're really not guaranteed your next breath, and I'm 52 now, and I realistically, I don't think I'm going to live to be 104, so I'm over halfway there.
Right.
And I'm starting to be the old guy, the grumpy old guy. I'm like, I've really got to bite my tongue sometimes in public, when customer service or not that I want a senior citizen discount, but I don't like stupidity,
My wife just said I'm grumpy all the time.
Yeah. So I say, hey, it's the grumpy old man comment, or my wife, man, she goes, oh, you're just like your dad. And I'm like, oh,
Debbie the sales just came in. Hey, Deb.
I saw her. She's sporting that pink hair, huh?
Yeah, she did that for the wonderful October. So that's good.
I don't see how
your boys watch the baseball game tonight.
They did. Who's playing? New York
Yankees
and
and
Astros. That's what Brady said.
Yeah.
No, we don't even have cable at our house, so they've got to go down to their grandparents and all that.
Yeah.
So what is the deal on? Because I was trying to figure out. I was thumbing up somebody the other day. Is there only 2 thumbs up on this live right now?
That's what I'm seeing. Yes, right now.
So it says, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said it's like when you pop in, it freezes. Is that or something like that?
It all depends. I mean, there's been a lot of mess ups, not just eBay, with YouTube, with StreamYard.
Right.
And people don't understand, when you do it in StreamYard, you have to still go back to YouTube, because everything is on Pacific time when you set up your live.
Well, I have it on StreamYard, but then I also have it open.
Right. But when you set up
the chat.
Yeah, when you schedule a live on StreamYard, you have to go into YouTube also and change the time on it.
Oh, see, I don't do it. I just go live and just hope people pop in. I'll figure it out.
She says 15 thumbs up now and 9 watching.
Is that what it says?
Yep.
See, it's not on mine. It's only showing 2.
Yeah, that's why it freezes sometimes on the host.
Okay.
It depends. What are you running, an i7 or an i5?
What is that?
Are you a Windows or Mac?
That's Windows.
Windows. Yeah. So you're probably running Windows 8. No clue.
I have no clue. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh.
Right.
So that was like yesterday on eBay. I had 3 or 4 sales.
Yep.
And when I went to my dashboard, it showed 0.
Right.
I still have to ship them out and all that, but I showed 0. So
they've been saying, I know I was talking to somebody this morning that they had 900 listings and there was only 800 being shown. Let's say 200 being shown, and the other ones are gone.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I was taught that there were the close glitch where you have to put the size in.
Yep.
Ryan and Allie were saying, and everybody, eBay needs to let everybody know, hey, we screwed up. We screwed up again.
I
don't know if we fixed the glitch or not. I don't think we're going to be able to fix it. We might run into more problems. So now you guys have got to go in and put your size in the category. It's going to cost you, I don't know, do you give everybody free, $10 shipping supplies or something? I don't know. Or, but oh my gosh. So I got this note, 25 things needed updating. So I said, I think it's my clothes. Mm-hmm. I was telling Caroline, at least they notified everybody. So I finally click on it. It opens up and it's asking for number of servings of the seaweed that you're trying to sell, calories per serving, the micron filtration on a GE water filter.
Yeah, that's stupid stuff. Yeah,
no, you don't need that because you search a water filter under the model number. That's really all you do.
That's it. That's all you need.
Model number, you're buying it. It's just silly stuff. And they're trying to get all these categories filled in. So when people search,
Yeah.
they're thinking they're searching all those different things, and I don't,
Right. Well, it's like that. I have a friend of the family. She's like, I have a full attic of stuff. I want to start doing this. And what do you think I should do? eBay? Do you think I should do Macari? Well, she didn't know about Macari and stuff like that. And I'm like, listen, how old is she? What? She's in her 70s. Next month, grandmama. She's in her 70s. I'm like, for her to try to sit there and try to understand eBay is not going to be. I says, something easy. Facebook Marketplace, Macari, offer up, just take a picture, put it up there, and get rid of it. I don't want her struggling,
See, I've got listings on furniture that I've got on Facebook Marketplace, and you can only list up to 10 different marketplaces, right?
Right.
How do you drop, like if you want to switch a marketplace, how do you get on that listing and drop? I can't figure it out. It's all
you have to go into that group,
yeah,
delete it from that group, and then you can add it into another group.
And so let's say I go into a group and I want to edit that listing in that group. Does it edit it in all the groups?
No.
See, that's what's, if I went in a marketplace,
it changes in everything. Yes.
It changes it in them all. Okay.
Yep.
Because one of my, the reseller meetup that we do, Megan, she's a book reseller for Amazon. I was saying I'm a little bit frustrated with my Facebook knowledge. And she said, well, you need to just start your own Facebook page. I said, well, then I've got to build that channel and I've got to drive traffic to it, and we've got marketplace groups in our area where it's got 14,000 followers, 22,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Dad's Vintage Garage is going to get 22,000 followers in the Richmond market, anytime soon.
Well, Justin's got how many followers?
Yeah.
So don't say that because he's in Richmond. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And Deb, I don't mean because of age. I'm not being mean like that because I know it's just she doesn't understand. She's never worked with something. You have. It's different when you know the product. When you know the product and you know the software and everything. But if you don't have any clue with computers, it's very complicated for people to do that. In Vulture, it's Mercari, MERCARI, and
Vulture. Denise, she's kind of new to the scene, so she's learning everything.
Yeah,
she's the one that's going to do the content with. I think both her and her husband are a little bit disabled in wheelchairs, and they're renovating their house and trying to get started with YouTube and trying to get started in reselling. So they got a lot on their plate right now.
Right. It does take a while. If you're having problems like that, Mercari is pretty easy to do if you want to learn it quick.
And Mercari does hard goods now too, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do Etsy, and for some reason I had trouble figuring out the categories on Etsy, and I just said forget it. But I get some oddball stuff that I think would go better on Etsy than it would on eBay.
Right.
So
I see a lot of Etsy stuff is all handmade stuff.
Yeah, but I think the vintage stuff, right? The old.
That's where, and we've talked about this a lot, where I think you're going to have branching out. You're going to have Poshmark for clothes. You're going to have eBay for the basic stuff, Amazon for the new stuff. You're going to have, for toys and collectibles, you're going to have your own set of sections to go to, because it's crazy.
Right. Yeah. Caffeine Christie said
Etsy is
vintage.
Yeah. But they started out, when they first started, they started as handmade stuff.
Right. Yeah, it was more of a crafter's mall as opposed to, kind of a Pinterest spinoff. But I think you can sell vintage now. So
yes. Yep.
I ran into a guy at the staging unit today. Denise is going to pop on, okay?
Okay.
All right, hey, so Denise, watch your microphone, okay?
Okay.
Okay. But I ran into a guy at the storage unit, and he was moving from his house into an apartment, and he was asking me questions like, "What do you got over there?" And I had some freeze dried food. He said, "Oh, you're a prepper." I said, "No, I sell on eBay." And he said, "Oh, I sell on eBay too. My son got me started, and it was hard goods." And we sat there and talked about 10, 15 minutes. And he said, "I started just selling all my old guy stuff that I wanted to get rid of, and now I go out and source." And so old people can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty dumbed down, honestly. You just got to be patient and
Right.
you know, you can. I guess you complain. You know what you got. I mean, you're at the mercy of eBay. You got to,
Right.
they're the platform.
Yeah.
We work for us, we kind of work for them, and you just got to deal with it. I mean, I don't want a store. I don't want employees. So, I mean, do I want an antique mall? I don't. I choose not to do an antique mall. I've got invited to do that, but I don't. I don't want to set up. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my son's got an antique ball," and he said, "Oh, it's great," but then he's like, his stuff ends up missing. It ends up halfway across the store. It ends up broken. So you got those headaches. You got headaches with eBay. You do. I mean,
I remember because this is how. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, and I remember when eBay was only 3%.
Wow. Yeah.
And it was 3% when you. I mean, if you're going to put something up for $25, you're going to get $20. I mean, now it's you put it up for $30, you're lucky to get $5.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Well, it's what they say: the profit is in the buy; it's not in the sell.
Exactly.
So you got to get it low, like those Starbucks mugs that we bought last night. I bought them. I'll sell them. If I don't sell them, I'll use them because I like them. You know,
Right.
My clothes that I buy, I try not to buy any small, medium, large. I buy extra large and double X large because if I don't sell it, then I'm going to wear it.
Exactly.
Larger
clothes sell. Smaller clothes just does not sell at all.
Yeah.
Well, we went to the Dollar Tree the other day because we had to pick up some stuff for one of my oldest one's projects, and so we went. And usually it's a Tuesday, so I knew the truck came in, and I'm like, okay, did you get any Hot Wheels in or Matchbox cars in? And the lady's like, yeah, hold on, let me go back and check. And she comes out and she gets a box of 24 Matchbox cars. So I was like, okay. And she goes, I said, so what do you want? I said, I'm gonna buy it. I'm buying the whole thing. You know, I'm not gonna open it. Right. I get to the front register. The kid hits. He goes, okay, bloop, $1.07, please.
Oh, he rang it up as one.
At one, and I'm like, you have to hit that 22. No.
Dude.
I'm like, so I paid the $1.07. I went over to the manager and I said, listen, this kid screwed up, and she just chewed on it. But it was like, dude, are you serious? I mean, I could have got 24 brand new Matchbox $1.07.
So that's where I say, hey, I've got to be, that'd be great, but I've got to sleep at night, and I'd be super guilty on, because
everybody's like, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? I'm like, dude,
that's not the right thing to do.
No.
Yeah.
There's my buddy, old school pickup.
Our kids learn from us, so I'm the same. I got to sleep at night, and I want my kids to learn, to be honest with people.
Right. Yeah. And the nice part about that is the logistics manager at the Dollar Tree has literally sat and talked with me for like 10 minutes. He will let me go in there and we'll talk about, hey, you got to come in on a Tuesday night or first thing Wednesday morning. He goes, that's when we get our truck in, and everything he says that's branded hits the store. Hits the store first. They don't worry about anything else. But if it says Barbie, Mattel, Star Wars, anything that gets it's the first thing they put out on their Wednesday morning. They don't worry about anything else. He says, because there's things that come in. He goes, you missed it, didn't you? He goes, yeah, they had 2 cases of Barbie dolls, actual Barbie, for $1 a piece.
Are they and you're talking Dollar Tree? You're shopping Dollar Tree?
Yeah, Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you a penny shopper at Dollar General?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
What's that?
So that's a little known secret, which Christy Coupons is probably the one that I watch for that. She's a YouTuber.
I watch DG Picker, Jordan.
There's a couple. If you just type in like Dollar General penny deals or Dollar General DG picking, but everything that goes on clearance, they get a reduction, and then when it's ready to be pulled off the shelf and basically either returned or thrown in the dumpster, it's called a penny. And they're not supposed to sell pennies, but they do. You can't go in and ask the employees, hey, where's this penny deal? You gotta find them.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to find them is you find a YouTube channel that does all the research for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's say there's a Christy Coupon, she's in North Carolina, isn't she? Or she's in the Coupons, or that's her area.
Yeah.
So she can't cover Virginia and all of it. She gives out her secret. And it's every Tuesday, I think everything hits the fan.
Tuesday morning. Yep.
There's competition, man. You got to get there. It's not going to be waiting for you there Wednesday. You got to get it Tuesday, unless it's hidden somewhere in the store or somebody kind of pigeonholes it. But you go up to the cash register, and you go up to the cash register. Hey, Debbie, how are you?
Hey, John,
Hi,
I'm doing great. How are you? Hi.
Good.
Me, about 5'3".
So Denise, you go to the cash register and you basically you don't ask them the price check. You just kind of like play stupid, like, oh, this is a penny. And if it runs through the register, then legally they've got to sell it to you for a penny. If they kind of catch you before you get it up to the register, I've heard different stories on, they'll pull it, or that's supposed to be that.
If that's supposed to be sold, yep.
Yeah, you got to pull it, this or that. And so there's a whole art to the deal. You scout it out on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
You get your little groupies around town and you figure out your route, and you maybe make relationships with employees in that store,
right.
Where they can kind of look out for you and maybe give you a call. I was sitting with my buddy Ricky. He's a junk dealer. His license plate is junk dealer. Yeah. And I said, Ricky, one of the things I want to do next year, I've been talking about it for about a year, is I want to have like 3 key contacts on anywhere where we're doing business. So like I've got great relationships at Chick-fil-A. Why do I get iced tea every once in a while where it's like on the house? Because I've got great relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Home Depot is another one that I've got great relationship for my kids' school, and we get a lot of garden supplies and all that donated that would end up in the dumpster. And so it pays to be nice. It pays to like say hi to those employees and find out what, hey, what do you guys got going on this weekend? And then next time you're in, how did the fall festival go that you said you were going to go to? And they'll start looking out for you.
Right.
Barnes & Noble, another hot button for me right now. They've got 75% off all their toys.
Where's that?
And at Barnes & Noble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go there tomorrow. Can I add something to what you're saying, John?
Yes,
I can
ma'am.
barely hear Debbie.
I'm sorry. Am I just not close enough?
No, I did. I put her on mute.
Oh no, you did not. Okay. To add to what you were saying, John, it's not only that you need to be nice and develop a relationship and stuff, but if you'll go into a store and then just say to someone that looks a little insecure, that's been there a while, walk up and give them a compliment. Just give them a compliment.
Right.
And say, I really like your make it a real one. You got to find something nice about somebody. I mean, I don't care what they look like, but maybe they got a pretty pair of shoes on, or they got a nice shirt on, or they've got, something, their hair is good, whatever. You find something nice to say to them. That will make them feel good. If you come back in the store, try to make a mental name tag for yourself to remember that person. Say something else nice to them, and you've got a relationship. Because 90% of the people do not get compliments in retail. The other thing that did me some good, because I had a dare that first of all, my girlfriend wanted to go to a Tom Jones concert. Okay. This is back in the day. We're talking billions of years ago.
Tom Jones, that's dating you, Debbie.
Pardon me? Honey, I don't care that I'm 69. I don't mind it at all. And I'm serious. But we were both in our 30s then, I think it was, or 20s, 30s. I don't remember. Anyway, we went to this Tom Jones concert. The deal was I was going to get a center front row seats. Well, I did get a center front row seats, and it was from BSing the person that was giving out the free tickets. And I learned how to do that. So once we got in, I said, this wasn't fun. I said, what we need to do is get backstage. And my girlfriend's mouth dropped. She goes, it's not going to happen. She says, do you see all these women that are screaming every time he leaves the stage? I said, I see that. Do you want me to show you how to get backstage? She goes, yeah. I says, just follow me. So when we had a break hit at the midpoint of the concert, he took a 15-minute break. Then I went up to the sound man, and this sound man, bless his heart, he was a good sound man, but he had a hair lip. He was about 4'11", maybe 5 foot pushing it. No one cared about him. You could tell that he was just the most uncared for person in the whole group. He was probably the one that they kicked around the most. I walked up to him and I said, hi, my name is Debbie. What is yours? And he told me his name. God, I don't remember it anymore. But anyway, and so I shook hands with him and I said, you know, you're the most undersung hero in this whole place. You're the one that makes everybody sound good, and nobody is telling you that. I said, I am so impressed on how you've got your sound set up. I said, I do that
the backstage.
Well, you got that right. And he says, let me ask you a question. He says, how do you know that? I said, well, I have a little band and I got this and I got that, but I'd really love to see how your stuff is set up. He says, meet me at the stage after the concert and you'll be able to come backstage with me.
Oh, that's good. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We got backstage. Tom Jones came down. My girlfriend is just climbing the walls. The second half of his set, of Tom Jones's set, he called me up to stage. He gave me this big old kiss. We got all this going on. He came down and he walked past me and he goes, aren't you the one I kissed? And I said, yes, sir, I am. I'm the one that you made fun of.
I'm back for more.
Yeah, I just ignored him.
Right.
And by ignoring him, made him feel inadequate in a way.
Right. So he gave you more attention.
Worse, after the concert was over with, we knew where they were going to have the after party. So we went to that motel, dressed down, never paid for a drink. It was all on 20th Century Fox Productions. We were taken care of like queens. And then we got invited to the room party, and that's where I drew the line. I can't fake everything.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm just not going to go there. I was happily married. All I wanted to do was show how to get backstage. And it went pretty well that night. We have pictures all over the place, my girlfriend and I do. And she says, I still can't believe you did that. And I says, it's all in how you treat people.
Right.
Yeah.
And again,
Networking.
Everybody's got their jobs. They've got kids. They've got marriages. They've got health issues. They've got bills. They've got opinions. They've got speeding tickets. They shop at probably the same grocery store you might. They're people too. I mean, you got to have them all. You know, if it wasn't for employees, you wouldn't have a place to shop. So you got to go in there. So I was dumpster diving today at Fastenal that closed.
Okay.
And a truck pulls by, and it's a girl. I wave at her. She pulls over to the next dumpster. So I'm thinking, maybe she's dumpster diving too. She's got a key. She opens up the dumpster. She throws her trash in. And then I said, oh, you're getting ready to lose your neighbor. And she said, yeah, we'd love to move in that way. She comes over. Next thing she says, hey, I know you. And I'm like, how do you know? She said, you're the one that tried to sell me the table at the flea market. So that's junk and flea market that I just did, you know, that show.
Yeah.
She said, you're the guy that was trying to sell me the table. I said, oh, how's your move into your apartment going? Because I actually listened to what she said. She said, oh, you remember my apartment. And so she works at the business that she wants to expand. They sell auto body paints and coverings and parts and all that. I said, I'm going to come in and see you. She said, come by and see me, man. So, and then I gave her my card and, you know, told her because I still want to sell that table, you know.
I'm sorry. Who did you say had the 75% off toys right now?
Barnes and Noble.
Okay, Barnes and Noble.
Yep.
Yeah. So the word on the street was that in years past they've taken the 75% off, and then when they were ready to get rid of it all, they just priced it at $2 and just blew it out the door.
Well,
Whoa.
The two guys that I talked to today, or it was yesterday, they're like, we're not doing it this year because they've sold through it. So that being said, it might end up in the dumpster.
Yeah, next week they'll have boxes in the dumpster full.
Yeah, so
Go now, buddy.
So, but that's where you get the relationship on. If you had to, is you one, you got to have maybe an employee or two in there that's just a cashier that are your eyes, and you just say, hey, look, I pay for referrals. I know you're not a salesperson, you don't like selling, but I need to know when that clearance goes down. I buy what's called non-productive inventory. I would just like the opportunity to get in there when it gets reduced. Right. Can you give me a courtesy of a call? And if the deal goes through, I'm going to give you some money back on, because if I make money, you're going to make money. And some people understand that, like Starbucks, when those collector cups come out and they sell out within hours, sometimes within 10 minutes of them being delivered to a store.
Right.
You know, I want those girl. I said, hey, buy the cup. She said, I don't have $25 to buy a mug. I said, well, you call me, reserve it for you. I'll buy it. And then when we sell that thing for $50, $60, I'll give you $10 or $15. You know?
This is my mug.
So we've already shown that, Kendall.
No.
Like just a bolo, just so everybody knows. Keep an eye out on your GameStop. November 2nd. November 2nd is Hot Wheels Collectors Day.
And what does that mean?
Kmart used to do Hot Wheels Collectors Day. When now that the Kmart's are all closed, they have to move it to different stores. And what they do is they'll send maybe 10 cases to each store. And they're going to give you a ticket. And if your number's called, you get 5 minutes to go through that box. Whatever you want. You get to take 5 cars out of that box.
So you can't just go in and buy the whole box?
No.
So what cars are we looking for then? What are they?
It's B case. I'm going to make a list of the cars that are going to be coming out so everybody knows. I'm going to be putting that up so you can all know what to look for.
So one of my sales this week was from GameStop. It was Pokemon little action gold. I call them golden ticket. Yeah. It was me and Meek and
Miko. Yeah.
Miko and Miko 2.
Yeah.
And I think I had like, oh man, what was it? Like 25 or $30 in it, and I sold it for 69. And I was like, I'm outside my wheelhouse. I don't understand this, but that was when Brady and I were in there, and I overheard a phone call. Somebody was calling in and saying, hey, do you have this in stock? And I said, Brady, I said, watch this. I said, what was he looking for? And I picked up what the guy on the phone was looking for. And then he said, well, there's somebody else interested in that product. And I said, well, I'll take half, and then the guy on the phone can take half. And so I was asking the manager, I said, what's the deal with this? He said, it's like once these sell out, they're done. It's like a golden ticket deal. Mm-hmm. They're sealed, and people are buying them, and there's cards in there that are worth like $150 or blah, 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 blah. And he said, you're not going to go wrong with it. But of course I said, well, hey, here's my card. You got to you can't expect to give a card out and get a result. You've got to develop that relationship. Right. You got to drop it a couple of times. And, if you get I think I'm going to get some free coffee cards or something at Wawa and say, hey, here's a free coffee card.
Right.
All right. Throw this away.
What's the Pokemon thing called?
It's sold out now, Denise.
Oh, okay.
It's done. So you've got to go in and just say, hey, what's hot? So like at Christmas time, they say it's not that you're a pedophile shopper, but it's like you go in and you're watching what people are buying for their kids. What's hot? You don't have kids, but you're in there in the toy store saying, hey, what are people? So Target, Walmart are probably the biggest toy sellers. Walgreens has got toys now, but see what's going off the shelf. Hey, what are you selling today? Ask the cashier. Hey, what toys are you selling? What might be hot? And then you can kind of take a chance on some of that stuff.
Hey, I had a book suggestion. It's called, you've probably heard of it, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Dale Carnegie.
Yeah, I thought that would be very helpful for what we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
I can add another book to that if you'd like. It's by Wayne Dyer, and it's called Pulling Your Own Strings.
I haven't heard that one.
It is a very old book, but that's the reason I got the ability to do some of the things that I've done. He explains to you how to approach people, how to read their body language, and how to react to their body language, as well as he's a psychiatrist, as well as a psychologist, and he's now dead, unfortunately. He gave me his home phone number and his address and told me to keep in contact with him because I told him when I called him, I knew again where he was staying. And I left a message, and he called me back, and he says, "Who in the hell is Debbie blank blank?" I said, "Well, who in the hell is calling?" He says, "Wayne Dyer." And I said, "Okay, I'll talk to you." And he laughed, and I said, "I just wanted to thank you for the book." I said, "You don't know what I've been able to accomplish." At that time, I was looking for a job, didn't know where to find one. I kind of liked sewing, but I didn't know much about it. Failed it when I was in high school. After a 3-hour interview, I ended up department head of the sewing department at Payless Drug Store, sort of like what we have here at Walmart. And I walked out going, "Oh, crap, now I have to learn about the fabric so I know what to order because I don't know a thing about what I'm doing." Now, that's the funny weirdness. But that book is the reason I got that job because I interviewed. And it's a great book on how to treat people. And it's like you said, everything is networking. Networking, I don't care if you're like when I did my live on my hair, that was networking with people I didn't even know because they got to know me.
They were loving it because I was playing Selena and playing music, and they were loving it.
Did you know I got a copyright thing on that?
Hey, don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it because I don't have enough people to worry about it at this point. But if it gets too bad, I'll take it down. But I mean, eventually it'll get old. But it's funny. People, I spent 3.5 hours getting my hair done, John, and everybody was watching. I did a live.
I saw some of that.
Yep.
I saw some of that. So, is it Video IQ? It's the YouTube channel where they talk about different content, the way you create content and all that. And you're talking about copyright strikes on music. And if you don't pick the original music, but you take the cover of the music,
it's different, right?
You can research it and you can sometimes use it if your site doesn't get monetized. If it does get monetized, they can claim that money sometimes.
Sometimes,
or certain countries it can't be played in. So another book I had, I think it's called The Tongue, the Creative Force, and it's just the power of the spoken word on what you know, I try to speak every day. I'm going to be a blessing wherever I go. I'm going to run into to be a positive influence wherever I go. I'm going to spend my time wisely, whether it's creating retail arbitrage or making contacts. Because if you start saying, "Man, I'm not selling anything. eBay sucks," you get exactly what you're talking about. But if you say, "Hey, I'm going to I used to say, don't mope about it. Out earn your problem. If you don't have any money, out earn it. If you're not selling stuff with 10 listings, then list 20. Or if you're only selling 2 items with 10 listings and you want to sell 4, then you got to list 20 items,
Can you repeat that title?
I'm putting up good listings. My average sales price is going up. I'm using my time wisely. I create a list for what I want at my to-do list every day. I follow my to-do list, which I really don't, but I should.
What is the title of the book again?
I think it's called The Tongue, the Creative Force, or the power of the spoken, something about the power of the spoken word. And it's a short read. But all those, at one time I was in network marketing in Amway, and we read all the.
How many of us have been in Amway?
And it was, it's just like, hey, it really helped my business skills, my people skills.
We did new skin.
Pardon?
We did new skin.
I can't hear Kendall's. Say it again.
We did new skin.
Oh, new skin. Okay. Yep. In multi-level. It's not for everybody. So
that's why I tried it twice to see if I missed something the first time around.
I learned some great skills. I met some great friends. I had some of my friends ended up finding their wives in the business, and but it's a numbers deal, in my opinion, and not everybody. Most people are not going to make what they think. If you're realistic about it, it's great. But if you're like expecting multi-million dollars, it's the few and far between.
You were talking about a while ago making
Buddy, buddy,
the relationships, beneficial relationships.
buddy.
For the new channel that I'm working on, the guy where I go and work out, I got him on film saying that I am allowed to film there, work out there, film there. So it benefits me as well as it benefits him. But then
Right.
he also does interviews of me as I make progress. He puts interviews of me on his company's YouTube channel.
Good.
Yep. You know who else? I had mentioned the other day about Joy Be the Difference Clothing. She does some of her workouts. She films her workouts.
Right.
And I feel like I'm getting some exercise just watching her.
That doesn't work very well, John.
If you guys are on Facebook, you can go to my new Facebook page, NASCAR Man 3345 Vintage Toys Buy, Sell, and Trade. I just put the link up for the November 2nd GameStop collectors event, and it tells you the cars that you need to look for.
I didn't know you had a new Facebook page. You never tell me anything, so send it to me in a PM, please, so I know where to go.
It's a group. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, I sent you I sent you an invite.
No.
I got the NASCAR Man 3345, and what was the rest of the title?
Vintage Toys Buy, Sell, and Trade.
Okay.
So I didn't see Sandra, but Draft Horse Diva is in the chat. So hello, Sandra. I met her through Jerry Whitney's auction. And then I Love Bush Beer 1984.
He came on. He's been coming around. He was on this morning on Darlene's channel.
Yes,
yeah, I think, and he's got a really young, small, just getting started on YouTube, I think, because I think I subbed to him.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question since you mentioned a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Would you say it is advantageous for us, those of us who resell, who have a YouTube channel, to also have a Facebook?
So Denise,
you
need to, in my opinion, you need to like sub to some other Facebook groups for just to get information.
Uh-huh.
But right now, I would not start a Facebook group.
Well, no, what I mean is, should I make a Facebook name using Vulture the Dumpster Diver? Because nobody would know my Facebook name. Even my family can't find me because I don't use my real name on Facebook.
See, my Facebook name is John McCormick. I have my real name. Are you allowed to use your company names or your?
You have to put it under a business, and then if there's any sales or anything that happens, then they're gonna start going with tax IDs and everything. They're gonna start look for that stuff.
Okay.
So there's like like I follow the Crazy Lamp Lady Facebook page, Reseller Society, probably a few too many because there's a bunch of different ones out there.
Right.
Don't you guys have one, Derek? What's y'all's?
The Reselling Coast to Coast.
Is that the one?
I have Reselling Coast to Coast with my friend Ben and myself, and then I have the new one for the vintage toys. Yep.
Right.
Okay, after NASCAR Man 3345, what follows that?
Vintage toys and diecast, buy, sell, and trade.
Which you should, if you do a search on Facebook and just go NASCAR Man 3345.
It didn't bring it up.
Yep.
It didn't bring it up.
It did not, huh?
No, but I'm finding it this way. So let's see. Okay.
So Denise, so Myra Lane is very well versed in all this stuff too. So let me highlight her thing. She said you can also create a page instead of a group.
Right.
I didn't know you had Beanie Babies and a troll doll. You snot. I want that troll doll. Okay.
What are you talking? That's not mine. That's probably somebody else's that is in the group.
It says vintage toy, diecast cars, action figures, and more online.
Yep. Yeah, I have people that.
Oh, dude. What did I say? A couple. Dude, he's like way past me.
400, I think he said.
Yeah, I was trying to think. 84 was I graduated high school in 85. All right. Hey,
This says it's
I'm not-
hosted, but okay, that can't be
I'm not-
yours. Okay.
I apologize for that, man. I was looking at some other guys. I'm sorry. I love Butch beer.
Yeah.
Do they still sell Bush beer?
Yes, they do.
Do?
There's a NASCAR with it.
Oh, that's true. I stopped drinking beer. Well, not really. I still do a little bit dark beer.
John, if you can, I can screen share so the people can see what the group looks.
I'm sorry, Derek, but you're not on here. When I go and do a search for you, I'm not finding anything on that new group.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't see buy sell trade group for vintage.
I see 3345 vintage toys and die cast. I tried clicking on that, and I'm not getting anything.
I'm sharing it right now, Dad. This is what it should look like.
Okay, just a moment. That's not what I'm looking at. Okay, let me see what your title is. Let me make you bigger if I can.
Hey, I love Bush beer. I do apologize. I really am sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not seeing what you're talking about, what you shared.
NASCAR man. Okay, read right there after the F for me. What does it say, Derek? NASCAR man, 3345.
Buy, sell, trade group from vintage.
Okay.
I guess.
That's what I needed. Thank you. Let me go there. Okay.
I tried to find a picture of G.I. Joe stuff and Hot Wheels, but I get the Star Wars stuff to bust my buddy's chops. That's an actual picture from Child World back in the 70s.
That's interesting because I'm still not being able to pull it up.
Really?
Yep. It says buy, sell, trade. What else after that?
Buy, sell, trade, vintage toys and games.
Vintage toys and games. Now let's see what I get. Nothing. Not a thing on the listings.
That's surprising because I got it. It's there.
Well, no, but it ain't listing it. I'm going to go for groups and see if that helps me in any. Let's see. No.
That's what it is. It's group. It's not a page. It's a group.
Oh, I know that. So,
well, I'm just saying. I mean, I got everybody here. I got, let's see, 14 members so far.
and
So I just went to Bush Beer, and then he subscribed to Commonwealth Picker, Myra Lane, and Jennifer. And so I was on my mom's account, I guess. So I subscribed to all you guys too. So anyway.
okay, I'm trying it a different way. Let's see if this one will work.
Hmm?
The all-new Subaru Outback.
I'm still. Derek, on Facebook, will you please send me the link?
I just did.
Okay, then. I didn't get it again, but I'll get it now. Let me look. Let's see.
All right. So, hey, when Cooper comes home from Cotillion, he's got a buddy coming over, and I'll probably have to pop off. So I don't know when Cotillion's over with. How long do those things last? Till about 10?
What's that?
Cotillion. How long does Cotillion last, Brady?
10, 11, it all
Oh,
depends.
they're going, never mind. They're going out to eat afterwards?
There you go. Yeah.
John, what state do you live in?
Virginia.
Cotillion. I should have known. Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say, come on.
Well, now don't pick on me, Derek. You're just being
So,
mean.
is anybody going yard selling tomorrow?
There's a couple I might want to hit with my boys.
I want to, but I'm telling myself not until all my listings are
I
done
know.
am I buying anything else. I'm not going to do it.
It's tough, though. I know.
Oh, it's real tough.
We had planned to go yard selling tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to because David is trying to finish taping and mudding the drywall before his surgery on Monday. So I don't know that we're going tomorrow. Plus, I got to go work out tomorrow too. So
Yeah, we got a lot of church sales tomorrow. So
I love church sales, man, because the people donate it, and then the people selling it are not emotionally attached to those items.
yeah,
And you can find electronics that are new in package, coffee mugs. That's where I like finding Starbucks mugs. Toys are good. You can find a lot of vintage toys because the old folks kind of clean out.
right.
And I learned one time, Derek, that I was at a church sale, and man, I missed some vintage Matchbox and is it Lesney cars?
Lesney, yep.
Some dude had a big basket full. I'm like, dang, on it, you know.
Well,
and you can only go to so many different spots, you know.
I bought last year. Was it last year or the year before? Has it been 2 years already? The church?
What?
Our church
What about
burned down.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year we went to my wife's my wife and I, my church, and they have a bazaar every year. So we went and I bought old Tonkas, 60s Tonkas, not the 70s, the 60s stuff. And I bought the whole box of that, and I found a Wilson A2000 baseball glove.
Right.
So we bought it for $7. I said, all right, no problem. We took it home. I oiled it up, threw it online, got $60 for it. 2 days after it sold, the church burnt down.
Oh, wow.
wow.
So I
2 days after.
3 days after, a week after.
It burned down the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Did you see Brady perk up when you said baseball glove? Did you
Oh
see
yeah, it was an
baseball glove?
$8,000. It was a $250 glove, brand new.
Wow.
Yeah.
Myra's funny. She said, I work hard for my money. I do, but it's not on YouTube. I want to start doing some how-tos on some of my crafting and all that.
That's why I'm going to be doing a lot of how-tos on recustomizing some of these Hot Wheels and customizing all the toys and everything. So,
right.
I have a lot of people. There's a gentleman his name is Toy Polloy. He's out of England, but he restores the vintage toys and how to fix them properly.
Right.
And so I want to start doing that here on stuff that I can do. So people will be like, oh, well, yeah, Toy Polloy did that, but now I can understand you a little bit. And then you're going to show if I have any questions, I can talk to you because he's very hard to talk to. Because he has so many people. So
I was listening to Snobby earlier, and he had a bunch of other guys, I guess, over there. Are they in the UK?
Yes. Yep.
And I was having to really listen because they had their accent. Right. I love the British accent, but it was tough if you don't, they're all talking. And they were talking something about going out on dates and something else.
Yeah, well, that's what were they with Tracy with the mental UK and that's they're all like, yeah, oh, we're on again. Oh, they love being on.
And then there's another guy over there that I've got subscribed that they repair lawnmowers and small engines.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. What's his name?
And they get on and chat, and they're hilarious, man. Yeah. They've all got their little lawnmowers, and they show up like they're working class, man. They're awesome because they got their what do they call them, wife beater shirts on,
Yeah.
And they're sitting there smoking and drinking. I mean, it's great. I love it. I love it when you're just like me wearing. This is normally not me. Mm-hmm. I just put this on because I got a T-shirt on it, and I needed the long sleeves because it was cold outside this morning.
Yeah, it's 50 degrees here, so. But yeah, there's another guy I talked to. His name's Darren Beer, and he's from England, but he's building the R2 and the Back to the Future car. You know the one that you buy the kit and you get a piece of the kit every month. It's like $700, but that's what he does. He builds these kits. But he's from England too, man. And we sit and talk. He goes, "Hey, NASCAR man, how you doing? What are you doing today?"
All right, so I'm just subbing to Peddling Profits, but I think I've already subbed maybe on my dad's vintage garage, but I just subbed on my vintage garage.
Yeah.
I wrote a note to I don't know why I don't have that other account open. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I've got to decide whether I'm going to do a flea market or two before the end of the year. When I went to the bins the other day, a couple of those guys do flea market, and they say in our area, even though it gets cold, it's still good through like mid-December.
Yep. I mean, we go until usually right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My daughter just told me that here in Tennessee, that when it gets cold, that's when more people put their garage sales out.
Right. Well, Denise, we've like gone from summer to almost. I mean, we were at 40 last night.
Yeah.
So we have had no fall, honestly.
Yeah, we get a frost advisory for tomorrow morning. I mean, we just had that big nor'easter just blow through here the past 2 days.
That's probably what's affecting all of us.
Well, I had 90 mile an hour winds on over on the Cape.
Oh wow.
Wow. Hey, what? I love Bush beer. What's your first name? I'm trying to keep track of everybody here.
Yeah.
I was realizing why my chat wasn't keeping up in StreamYard, and then I realized my little toolbar was at the very top instead of the little bottom. I was like, man, it's not moving.
Yeah, when I'm on chat, because I'm on the iPad, I can't see. I can go to the chat and see what people are saying, but if they're showing pictures and stuff like that, I can't see that. Like I can't see you live.
Right. So how do I get how do I get mine to say like Dad's Vintage Garage or something fancy?
You have to when you come on, when you set it up, you have to put it in on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
When it says accessing the studio, that's when you type your name in.
So Peddling Profits. Okay, that's where I got you. She's in that homesteading group that I just joined up with. And it's really cool. At one time I was really, before I had a wife and kids, I was kind of really into the I'm an Eagle Scout, so I enjoyed the camping on the outdoors and this and that and wilderness survival and prepping. I talked about moving some of my freeze-dried food today into my staging storage and all that. But that's where, okay, I got you. And so I'd mentioned about these jigs, these fishing jig molds on whether I want to possibly try to put them on. Is this appropriate, Peddling Profits, to put on that homesteading site, or should I just list them on eBay?
I'm late for the question.
So
that's going to Peddling Profits.
And then Anna Moore's in the house. She's been around. I think she was at a couple auctions today. She's at auctions all the time.
Yeah.
Anna Moore.
Miss Anna Moore, good evening.
Who started that? Was that Hip Flippin' Mama? Used to say Anna Moore?
No, that was Darlene.
Oh, was it?
He does it that way.
I do it that way. Anna Moore.
And then Jennifer Hayes, she's always so sweet too. You guys are all the ladies are sweet. I'm saying hi to Dad's Vintage Garage, putting up with me.
Well, we're learning from each other, and that's very helpful.
Well, that's it. That's what this is supposed to be about.
So Denise, I know you got a lot going on. Have you done any listings yet?
No, because they're all at the house. I was thinking about going over there and trying to do it.
All right. Who's TV? Who's making noise?
That's Debbie's. Bob must be watching TV.
Debbie, are you watching TV? There you go. So Denise, guess what I sold this week?
What did you sell?
Vacuum cleaner bags. Remember, it's like that's one of the first things I started off on eBay, and I've still got a few left to sell. And that's the easiest thing to sell because you just slap it in an envelope and put the shipping on, and you ship it off, and it's under £1. But start off, you just got to bite the bullet, do your listing. You know, you may not sell it, but at least you've created a listing. And then when you do sell it, then you're like, oh gosh, I got to figure out how to do shipping. And if you can learn to do shipping from home, it makes it a lot easier because then you can do what's called fast pass at the post office. And 9 months out of the year, it's not a big deal to go wait in line at the post office because you figure out their schedule. But we're getting ready to get into where the lines will go 10, 15, 20, 25 people in line. And you want to be able to print your shipping label at home, which you just need like a little baby scale or whatever to weigh your merchandise and your packing material, and print your label. And you can print it on just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, cut it off and tape it on your bag. And then you do what's called fast pass at the post office, where you just bypass the line and set it on the counter. And you just make sure that the postal worker, there's an area. Normally there's a pile of all the eBay, Etsy, Shopify packages are. But that's one of the things. But you may want to be in line. But with you being in a wheelchair and all that, you probably just want to do fast pass. And if your postal carrier will pick your packages up too. Yeah,
I was just gonna say that they could set up you could set up a time for them to come and pick it up if there's a lot of packages that you need to have taken out.
Okay. Yeah. I got a really neat thing that I picked up at a garage sale. What was it, 2 weekends ago? I got these 13 little chairs, and they're all different, and they're little bitty chairs, and they're for place cards, like at a wedding. And I thought they were really
No, Myra, it doesn't. Sorry, I didn't answer that question. Sorry, Denise, go ahead.
And they're made of metal, and they look silver, but I think they're just metal. And on the bottom of them, the lady $3 a piece, and she says, "Oh, I'll take 4 for $1." And I'm like, 4 for $1? And she said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay,
right."
So I got.
All right. So Derek, you're saying no to the porn part?
No, the media mail at UK.
You can, right?
I didn't think you could.
Is it a magazine?
I think I don't think there is any media mail to UK.
Oh no, I was talking about. And does media mail apply to PORN?
I have no clue.
Right. Now, National Geographics, they're considered media, correct?
No, because it does have ads in it.
I know.
Yeah, we went because
I just shipped like a 1974 complete year, and I shipped media because I mean, otherwise you're going to the cleaners.
Right. But a lot of stuff, I mean, CDs, DVDs, comic books can't, because they say that they can, but there is advertising in comic books.
Yeah. See, I would consider that
anything that doesn't have advertising.
Right. I mean, normally on the back page, it always had advertising. Remember that where it used to have all those different little toys, and you'd like paid pennies a piece for it? You remember that?
Yep.
And you had a little order form at the bottom, and you put the little number on it. Mm-hmm. You added it up. Uh-oh. I might be cutting it off. It looks like they might be home. Let's see.
I finally got all the animals taken care of.
Oh, gee. You hear Kendall? Dad's doing a lot. All right, hold on. You still have your outfit on, Cooper? Come here. Let him see your thing. All right, here's Cooper, his cotillion costume. They were king of hearts, king of clubs.
How cute.
And then they had 2 other buddies. Y'all paid for these shirts?
My mom did. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
How were
McCormick got the shirts, and then my mom put the designs on.
How were the girls tonight? Okay. All right, I gotta go be a daddy, guys. So I appreciate y'all hanging out. Make it productive and have a good weekend.
John, what I'll do is I'll call you on Sunday when we're driving because I don't know where we're going to be
Yeah, just
stopping.
let me know. I don't know. I think I've got baseball and all that, but just let me know. But have a fun trip either way. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for hanging out.
Bye,
See
guys.
you later, John.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Denise, have a good weekend and prayers for your husband on surgery on Monday, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
We'll see
Bye-bye.
you guys. Thank you.
Bye, John.
Bye-bye.